小朋友，我要买这个。
这个，我看看。
And it would seem I'm not the only person filming myself today. Oh! City walls. That looks like them up there. Good morning, folks. Today we are in Wuchang. Last year we went to a place called Xiangyang because they have some city walls there. We're not in Xiangyang now. That place back there is a Xiangyang beef noodles shop. We went there to see the walls because Wuhan doesn't have walls. Well, not anymore. Wuchang, this part of Wuhan, which is a tri-city made up of 3 areas, Wuchang used to have city walls, but they got destroyed. Tends to happen with city walls and wars. But part of the city walls still remains, and one of the gates also still remains. I've never been there before, despite the fact that I lived in the city for not quite 10 years, but quite a long time. So I figured we go have a look, and they actually changed the name of this gate to the Uprising Gate. So uprising for what? We'll go have a look and we'll tell you the story. Let's go. That is one creepy looking German dude advertising dentistry. Here he is again. So just smear something off about that picture. Anyway, let's keep on going. It's not raining today, but there's been loads of these, on my little walk here, loads of these little street cleaning vehicles that are just kind of hosing down the gutters to make sure everything's clear. There's one little nifty thing here just on these like China Telecom phone boxes. That's the Wuchang ancient city, and it's got the map which has the city walls and the various gates throughout them. So like I said, there's only one part of a wall and one gate which kind of remains to this day. The rest of it, all the rest of the wall, it's lost to history. Well, this part of town seems to have kind of a faux ancient wall feel about it, like it looks like kind of ramparts up there as opposed to just a regular wall. And I can see there's some kind of like pavilion. I don't know if you guys can make it out up there. So I'm not sure if that's the spot, but we'll keep walking this way. It's a nice little park though. I'm just happy it ain't raining because the weather these last few days has been shite. Oh! City walls. That looks like them up there. I think we're getting near. Look at that. That didn't take too long at all. Good to see in China, you also have to pick up your dog's poop. I wonder if it's everybody or just that lady's responsible. Genuinely don't know. 小朋友，我要买这个。
这个，我看看。
你这么一个人在这里的？
新商品，这个4块。
4块，就烧这个码吗？
这个。
收钱包到账4元，本店用支付宝付款。
That was unexpected. Okay, I'm gonna, now that I've got my refreshment, hit up this wall. It's pretty hot. Despite the fact that today's a public holiday, the street cleaners are definitely out in force. We're nearby to the gate, and they've got this whole line of kind of stone inscriptions which basically tell the story of Wuchang as a city, like when it was first established and some of the kind of key figures from that history. I don't know how much of it I can understand. My Chinese reading ability is okay, but the characters they've used to write are traditional characters which are nowadays more used in Hong Kong and Taiwan rather than the mainland. The ones I learned are the simplified characters, so they're a bit easier to read, but I guess wanting to give it a bit of historical feel, they've gone with the kind of more historic characters, so I can read some. And it would seem I'm not the only person filming myself today, so I'm in good company.
中文看得懂吗？
这是繁体字，有点难。
啊，对，繁体字。
简体字我看得多一些。
简体字看得懂。
对，但是
繁体字就。
繁体字难一些，有的我认识，但是有的完全不一样。你两个孩子啊？
啊，两个孩子。
哦。很多人现在只愿意生一个。
生两个压力大一些。
我也有两个，一个儿子，一个女儿。
在武汉吗？
我们在新西兰，但是我老婆是武汉人，所以我们这个月就回来探亲嘛。
探亲。
对。两个还好，他们可以一起玩。一起玩。如果不吵架的话。
哎，小孩还好。您的大孩子几岁了？
我儿子8岁，我姑娘她5岁。
哦，中间只隔3岁。
还好，可以一起玩。
可以一起玩。
没有那么大的区别。
对，我们这隔了2岁也还好一些。
是吧？你们是今天休息吧？清明节。
休息清明节。
那你老婆呢？
老婆在上班，她休息不了。
啊？为什么呀？
她自己做的事情。
哦。
自己搞个超市。
哦。好，拜拜。Gotta make sure we obey the rules while we're here, which includes not relieving ourselves outside of the restrooms. That's pretty good advice. Right, let's have a look at this uprising wall. So what's the significance of this gate and this wall? Once again, it dates back to 1911, which was the beginning of the end for China's final imperial dynasty, the Qing dynasty. There was an uprising of soldiers here in Wuchang who took up arms against the Qing. And one of the first places those soldiers secured was this gate and this wall. Now, back in those days, there was obviously no kind of big flyover, and the terrain would have looked a lot different. But one of the key points was elevation. Get up on the wall, set up some artillery, and you can rain death upon the Qing loyalists. And that's what they did. You can actually see some artillery pieces have been set up just over there. I'm sure not active anymore, but yeah, we'll go take a look at them in a second. But yeah, that's why this gate became the Uprising Gate, because the soldiers who took up arms, they secured this spot, which was their kind of first step on the road to victory. There you go, replica artillery of the guns used by the rebels in 1911. Let's keep on walking down this wall, see how far it goes. It's not going to be as far as the Xiangyang city wall, that's for sure. There's a building over there which I thought kind of looks like a mosque, but I checked the map and it's actually like a school for kids of one of China's Muslim ethnic minorities, a Hui school. So there you go, that's why that building has the kind of domes on top. Well, that's the end of the wall. It's only actually a couple hundred meters long, and I think largely kind of reconstructed. This doesn't look particularly kind of ancient in terms of walls. The original walls were built in like I think the 1600s at the start of the Ming dynasty. But yeah, this couple 100 meter stretch is more just to commemorate the site of this famous uprising and to give you a little bit of that historic feel rather than actually a historic site itself. Kind of like some spots of the Great Wall. If you've been there, a lot of it has kind of been maintained over the years. So here's the representation of those soldiers rebelling against the oppression of the Qing, hauling their artillery on top of the walls, starting the revolution. And there's the afterward. But the English teacher and me, my eyes are only drawn to the spelling mistake. Anyway, that's the memorial for the 1911 uprising here at the gates of Wuchang. I don't know what that lady's harvesting, but she's harvesting something.